What up, honey bunnies? It's Mikey Smilez, and I told you guys that I was doing this advice request and answer kind of thing on my blogs now, and I want it to be more of like you talking to friends, so I'm keeping it very organic. So, I got an email from a young man, and I'm going to read it to you. Changing up all the names, so his privacy is very important, alright? But it sounds really, really good. He says, "Hi, my name is Christopher. So here's my dilemma. I met this guy through a mutual friend. He is the opposite of everything I thought I would be with or wanted to be with. He is Latin, 5'6", no high school diploma, and HIV positive. He does have a full-time job with benefits. We met earlier this year. I started speaking to him about his gifts and talents. He said guys told him the only thing he was ever good at was sucking dick. I helped him realize his gift was writing. Thanks to me pushing him, he is now in school earning his high school diploma. He may begin college in January. He spent most of his life taking care of his mom and sister. He found out he was HIV positive 3 years ago. He pretty much gave up on life and just partied and drank. All of my friends told me he is toxic and to stay away from him. I'm just glad he is starting to prove them wrong. I nicknamed okay, I can't. Alright. I saw he nicknamed I'm kind of confused. I think he named a turtle after this guy. Anyway, I saw a turtle crossing the road one day and it reminded me of him. Hard outer shell, soft on the inside, and slowly but surely he reaches his destination. I'm going to be finishing up my MBA in another year. I'm crazy about this boy. He's 26 and I'm 32. The first time we had intercourse, he did not tell me he was positive. I knew he did not tell me because he was scared. He said guys usually just run away, friendship and non-friendship. When I got tested, the counselor asked me why I was there. I told him to get tested. He said, "No, really, why are you here?" I said, "Because I love him." I told him about Christopher not telling me. He said, you do understand that it is a felony." I said I did, but I knew why he did not say. A smile came over the counselor's face. He said, "I'm so glad you saw his point of view, as most don't see both sides." I slipped up, and I said the guy's name, so I'm cutting that part out. Okay, take 2. Christopher says he sees... What? Christopher says he just sees me as a friend. But I think since he has began school, his eyes are really opening to see these other guys are not shit. They just want his ass and nothing more. I want to be his best friend, lover, and biggest supporter, all rolled into one. My question is, should I just let this go? I mean, yes, once he was sucking some guy's dick while I was in another room. I was not happy about that and some other stuff. However, he has grown over the year. Some say I'm obsessed with him, but at 32, I know the difference between love and obsession. I can honestly say I've never felt this way about a guy. My friends call me filet mignon and he a McDonald's cheeseburger. Yikes. They think he's a project just to occupy my time. I have not seen him in almost 4 months. I made a promise to myself not to see him until he has produced something in stone. That would be his high school diploma. I gotta know that he wants to grow. Help, Mikey, there's more, but I figured this is enough for you to read for now. Thanks. I say simply these things. You have a great heart. to invest your time and energy into someone who has made poor decisions. There are things that happen in people's lives that they must give accountability for. Because some people were dealt some circumstances and situations where they might have had to, I guess, do certain things for their survival. However, I feel there are always options, and your friend made a lot of poor decisions, regardless of if he had a rough life or not. Ultimately, there are different ways of handling negativity that comes our way. Okay. You being 32 and determined and progressive in your life and your actions is something to have merit for or be applauded for. However, someone who dropped out of high school and now is pursuing their diploma or their GED, number one, there's a really systematic imbalance there in education. That's a biggie, in ambition and in goals. I don't know too much about you and why and your character and nature, but if your friends, whom I would say are much more acquainted with you, say that you are trying to fix or save someone, then I think maybe they're hinting towards a characteristic that you have, which is maybe perhaps a little codependence. Because when someone is as successful and driven as you are, to take under your wing someone who is much volatile and unstable, there will never be a harmonious balance, because you've grown up and matured and made better decisions, and this younger adult is someone whom I feel that you're extending your, I guess, in all fairness, maybe you honestly care about him. However, you could care for someone but not have that type of relationship where you would feel that you were belittling what you should be. You're getting less than what you're worth. It's kind of harsh, or kind of crude to make it sound like that, but there's a lot of things and qualities that this person has that I feel that it's unfit for a relationship. Especially if he did those things that you outlined in your presence, and that I found kind of grimy, or, not that kosher, in your presence, and you saw that. For me, these are things that, that are striking against your mate. I think that you could encourage him as a friend. I feel you shouldn't sleep with him out of pity, or just say, oh, he had a hard life, etc., etc. Number one, prior to the whole sexual disclosing his HIV status, I hope that you are practicing safe sex with this person, because someone who's wild and, I guess, uninhibited as he is or has been, you should really take precautionary actions. Number one. Yes, the counselor was able to understand, and yes, a lot of people do understand that a lot of people disclosing their status would shun them away. However, it's his responsibility to tell you that prior to any sexual engagement. And if you choose to stay or not, that's not his problem. That is your problem. That means he wasn't comfortable enough or secure enough in the quality of bond that you have in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that, and I feel everyone who is HIV positive should disclose it prior to engaging in sexual activity. And that's something you should ask, not wait for someone else to ask. because rather that you know and not be surprised, but um, precaution is the key. You said a lot, and if you were my friend, I will tell you this. Don't pursue this relationship because he has nothing to offer you to help you grow. I believe that relationships are very much 50-50. You meet in the middle. And you're there, but his burden is too heavy for you. Because there's a lot of things and a lot of areas in his life that he needs to really, really get better. You know, he's 26, and to not have a high school diploma yet, you know, and don't feel sympathetic or sorry for someone. You don't want to be in a quality or in a type of relationship where that's one of the feelings that you have. Oh, I'm sorry for him. I feel bad. That's why, you know. And I don't think this is a relationship where it will last anyway. Um, you did say a lot, and I would say that find someone on your level, meaning emotionally, that has some type of stability, and not even on your level in the terms of accomplishment and school, stuff like that, but more someone who is emotionally stable and sound, because this this gentleman will not be someone that I would say is progressive enough to satisfy your needs. Well, thank you, sir, for your disclosing and opening up. I hope you are going to make a good decision based on wisdom and your heart, but most of all, you have to think about you. And that's not being selfish. That's being wise. That's being that's pretty much self-love. And if people want to term that selfish, then oh well, but that's it. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mucho levo. I want to hear the feedback of the audience members. I know it's a kind of long video, but it's such a great topic, you know. All right, keep them questions coming to Mr. Mikey Smilez at gmail.com. MRMISTE. Ooh, no. Mr. Mr. MR Mikey Smilez with the Z at Gmail. Deuces.